kettle on, babe.
Hello. Gorgeous.
Hey, babes. Posh beef, what's the big occasion?
Monday? Honestly, I just thought I'd cook us something nice. That's what husbands do for the wives.
Usually they open a tin of beans.
Yeah, well, not this one. I'm doing steak and mushrooms with sautéed carrots, asparagus in a white wine sauce, and baby new potatoes. And for the pudding, you can sample my baked Alaska.
You do know how to spoil a girl, don't you?
When I'm given the chance, yeah.
I'm not going to eat straight away, though. I need a bath and then we'll phone my dad.
Yeah, well, don't let him keep you chatting all night, all right? Food's on the table in about an hour.
I really don't deserve you.
I'm afraid you're stuck with me.
No way is he going to do it with you. Why not? Loads of girls our age get off with older men. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Ollie. Have you looked in the mirror recently? Mind you, him over there might if you bung him a couple of quid. Oi, Grandad! What's the matter? Been kicked out the doss house?
Go away.
Oh, don't be like that. My mate fancies you. Michelle, I know him. That was quick going.
No, I really do know him.
Seth?
Leave me alone.
It's me, Ollie Reynolds. Are you all right?
No, what are you doing here?
Just out with my mate. Hiya. It's okay. She's a mouthy cow, but she's harmless. You're shaking. What's happened?
No, I just came over a bit dizzy. I'll be fine.
Do you want me to walk you to the bus stop?
If you're going that way.
Yeah. Will you give us an hand? This is not my idea of a fun night out.
You two are putting him away today.
Oh, I need toilet.
Had a bit of a win on the GGs. I told Seth that horse were going to win.
You haven't been taking Seth gambling, honestly, as if he needs any encouragement.
He's a crafty old dog, is Seth. Here, I only hope I've got his zest for life when I'm his age. Eh?
I thought you was going fishing with Seth. Well, that's what he told me.
Ah, well...
How come, then, that he's disappeared with my rainy day money?
Has he? Are you sure?
Oh, don't play the innocent with me. I want to know what's going on, Zach.
Betcha, I'm a man of my word. If I knew where Seth was, then I'd tell you.
He stops in Scotland to try and double his winnings, doesn't he?
Do you mean he's gambling with my savings?
Sam!
That's what you said.
Man of your word, eh? It's a pity that word isn't scheming toe rag.
Hey, that's 2 words.
Right, when I get my hands on him. Wish he'd never been born.
You have to admit, though, that was miles better than beans on toast, wasn't it?
Certainly makes a change.
See? It's nice to be spontaneous every now and again, isn't it? Which is why I nipped out to the travel agents this afternoon.
The Algarve? You've not gone and booked an holiday, have you?
No, not yet, but I've had a few interesting ideas.
Paddy, we can't go on holiday just like that.
Well, yeah, we can. They do loads of last-minute flights.
And what about my dad? What if he takes a turn for the worst?
Well, what if he takes a turn for the better? It's about time he did.
Thanks, but it's not possible. You do understand that, don't you?
If you say so.
Anyway, I thought you were concentrating on your work. You're only just back on your feet again.
But that's my point, though. When I had my accident, it made me realise that you can't take anything for granted. What you've got could be snatched away from you in an instant.
Don't you talk like that.
But it's true, though. What if I'd have gone to meet my maker without leaving behind a little Paddy to replace me?
What?
Or Amanda. I don't mind which.
Hang on a minute, I'm not keeping up here. First you're talking about being spontaneous, now you're talking about having kids. Paddy, we've not even had pudding yet.
But I thought you wanted to start a family.
I do, but not now, not with my dad and everything. And think of the expense. Kids cost a fortune.
But you're really good at spending loads of money.
And I'll have kids when I'm ready for them.
And when will that be?
I don't know, but not now. I'm sorry.
Well, aren't you lucky I'm patient?
I know I am, babes.
And get the pudding.
Ooh. Hey, just think, if Ashley hadn't seen the light, you could have been surrounded by drunks and winos by now.
Yeah, imagine.
Oh, it's not too late to change your mind.
Trying to get rid of me, are you?
Oh, no, I'm not saying we wouldn't have missed your glamorous presence behind the bar, but it would have been nice to have had a dingo running this place.
Plenty of free ale, eh? You're living in Cloud Cuckoo Land, Uncle Zach. If I'd been running this place, you'd have paid for your pints, same as everyone else.
Well, family are entitled to their little perks, Marlon.
Yeah, perks, but have you noticed that I'm only family when you want something, otherwise I'm just this sad mug that you like to kick around. Have you had any artichokes?
I haven't hidden them anywhere. You run the kitchen, Marlon.
Do I? That's a comfort to know.
Rattle this cage.
You'll did. Finished?
Yeah, Tom? Wait.
What?
Well, you can spare your poor mum a few minutes, can't you? So, what are you going to do now the harvest is over?
I haven't decided yet.
Maybe you should have a word with your dad, see if there's any work going down the haulage
No, I
yard.
don't think so.
Well, just to tide you over till you work out what you really want to do.
I moved out of home to get away from you and Dad.
Thanks very much.
Oh, you know what I mean. I'm living my own life, be in control. How can I do that if I'm working for Dad?
You know, being independent doesn't mean you can't move back home. Ollie misses you.
Now you are talking rubbish.
She does. We may not be the Waltons, but we're family. We care about each other.
Well, I like it at Jack's.
And how does Jack feel? Now that the boys and Victoria are back, it must be quite a full house.
Yeah, well, he hasn't complained so far.
If you want to take responsibility, you should at least ask Jack how he feels.
Yes, Mother.
Hey, Jack.
Don't look so scared, lad. I'm not going to clobber you, even though I've every reason to.
Look, Sarah and me, it's not personal, you know that.
It's not personal.
You know what I mean.
Making off with a man's wife is about as personal as you can get.
How are Victoria? And the boys?
Is that any of your business?
Just so I can tell Sarah, that's all. She really cares about the kids, Jack. You know that. You're a decent bloke.
Don't tell me what I'm like.
All right.
Have you really stopped to consider what you've done to my family? No, I suppose you haven't. Too busy thinking about yourself.
Sarah chose to leave. I didn't force her.
Or at least have the decency to take responsibility for what you've done.
Sarah's with me because that's what she wants.
She doesn't want this. Not really. She's going to lose her kids, her friends, her dignity even. And what's she going to do when you get tired of her? And she's on her own and she's lost everything. Oh, but I expect that's not your responsibility either.
I'm not going to leave Sarah. I love her. No matter how much people try to drive us apart, I'm going to stand by her. I'm going to look after her. My main priority is making sure she's happy.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I promise you.
Who wants your promises?
Seth, didn't you come in?
No.
You feeling all right? Look like you've seen a ghost.
I'm fine.
If one of those days here, I know how you feel.
Where's Betty tonight?
Oh, she's got one of her WI meetings. Oh, and if I were you, I'd keep out of her sight when she gets back. She found out about you taking that money.
Oh, no.
Don't look so worried. She won't stay mad at you for long, will she?
I don't know.
She knows what an old devil you are.
I'm just old.
Cheer up, Seth. I'm the one who should be miserable. I mean, look at me. 8 o'clock and ready for bed. The only time I get out of the house is to help at the wall pack. I envy you sometimes.
Marlon, this is meant to be lamb and pepper mash. So? So where's the pepper mash? In the pan over there. You're completely devoid of initiative. Sorry I asked. Makes 2 of us.
Zach says he still hasn't had his chips.
Tell him he can wait. I'll do it. I said he can wait.
You're in a right state this evening.
I just want to get on with my job. If folks could just leave me alone for 5 minutes.
Why isn't it when you're like this? Things ain't all that bad. Who needs a pokey old country pub anyway? We've got bigger plans, haven't we? Our very own Spanish taberna.
Tabernas are Greek.
Oh, you know what I mean. Just think, you and me in our own little bar down by the beach.
It's castles in the air, Tricia. You know, like, this place is sitting here waiting for somebody to come along and shake it up and put it on the map.
Oh, don't let Bernice see you say that. She's done marvels for this place.
Bernice, it's all you talk about. Why is it every time I try and make something myself, I get kicked in the teeth?
Oh, Marlon. At least we still got each other, eh?
Stuck in the same old rut. Thanks for reminding me.
I better get back outside then.
Tricia?
Yeah?
Bet Jackie's chips, will you?
What do you know about thermal underwear? I've had my moments.
You're about to have a few more.
Hot lace.
They're a young company based in Stevenage. They've asked us to tender for their IT provision. Talked to a few people. Word is they're really going places.
Great. This could be the kind of contract we need to get us established.
Well, obviously, you'll need to go down there, have a look at their setup, find out what their needs are. I've arranged for you to spend a few days with them.
Sounds good to me.
And if it goes well, you're going to be away from home on a fairly regular basis. I trust that won't present a problem.
Why would that be a problem?
I'm thinking about the sultry Sarah.
My private life is my own affair, Chris.
Actually, it isn't. If Tate Technology is going to thrive, then I need to know exactly where your priorities lie. If you're putting all your energy into playing house with Sarah Sugden, then...
I won't. Business comes first.
Is that how she sees it?
That's how I see it. You have my word on that.
Good. Because women, they come and go, but a successful business, well, that can set you up for life. Remember that.
I will.
You off, Jack?
Yeah, gotta go.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Well, now that the kids are back at yours, it's still OK me staying?
Of course it is. Kids love having you around.
I thought so. Just my mum says I've outstayed my welcome.
Mind you, now you're not earning your keep, we're going to have to talk about rent. Can't afford to feed and house you for nothing.
No, of course not.
After all, if it was free board and lodging you wanted, you've got a home you could go to.
Come on, we better get going. Chris is not a bloke who likes to be kept waiting.
I'm going to finish my pint first.
No, you won't. I want to get out of here before my Uncle Zach sees us together and starts asking questions. Come on.
Well, careful! Oh, you're the one who needs to be careful.
Marlon's ever so down tonight.
That's the trouble with men, Tricia. The slightest little knockback and they sulk until the cows come home.
He might show a bit of sympathy. This is your fault, you know, building his hopes up. I've never seen him so miserable.
Well, why don't you use your charms to cheer him up?
Well, I've tried that. Even that doesn't seem to be working tonight. Hope he ain't going off me.
Why would he do that?
Well, most of the blokes I've been with have. I thought Marlon was different. Maybe I was wrong.
Leave those for a moment.
What?
Sit. I think you and I need a little chat. Now, first of all, I think I owe you an apology for giving you false aspirations.
You do, yeah.
Well, it's good of you to be so gracious about this, Marlon.
I'm sorry, but what's the point of a glimpse of paradise if it's going to be snatched away from you?
Well, actually, I think I'm doing you a big favour.
Oh, yeah? How do you work that one out?
Running a pub isn't you. It takes tact and tolerance to stand behind that bar. Look at how you were tonight with Zach, and he's your uncle.
Don't remind me.
Now, if you really want to make something of yourself, concentrate on what you're good at. We both know there isn't a better chef this side of Skipdale.
That's true enough.
And then there's Tricia.
What about her?
Well, she's a lovely girl. You've really struck gold there. I only hope you can hold on to her.
So, what? Why wouldn't I?
Well, you do have a bit of a track record of letting gorgeous girls slip through your fingers.
Do I?
Remember, Lynn?
Trish is different.
Yeah, well, us girls don't like being taken for granted. It's a word of advice. Next time Trisha tries to lift your spirits, don't you dare throw it back in her face.
Point taken. Sorry.
It's not me you owe an apology.
Watch you, gorgeous.
Hi.
Hey.
What on? People are watching.
Let 'em.
Oh.
So you finally dared to come home then, did you?
Betty, love,
Don't imagine I'm even talking to you, Seth Armstrong.
where have you been?
As if you're interested. No need to ask where you've been.
I've been here all evening.
Oh, don't give me that. I know exactly what's been going on. Despite your ne'er-do-well cronies trying to cover for you. You really disappoint me sometimes.
I know I do.
And you can wipe that sad and sorry look off your face because it won't wash.
Why don't you sit down, love? There'll be some on telly.
Go on, pretend nothing's happened.
Betty, love, please.
You're wasting your breath. You're not going to sweet-talk your way out of this one, Seth Armstrong. I'm going upstairs now, and I'm going to have a nice long bath. And when I come down, I want some answers.
Have you ever thought of buying a yacht?
A yacht?
I reckon you're the kind of bloke who needs one. You're so wrapped up in work and money and trying to earn everything. You could do with being cast adrift on the high seas for a couple of months. It'll help you learn to relax.
I'm relaxed now.
No, you're not. Your shoulder's like reinforced concrete.
Monte Carlo's not really my scene. Too many freeloaders. And nothing's for free, is it?
Not if you can afford better.
I can afford the best.
You know, I can't figure you out sometimes. All this wine and flattery and you haven't made a move all evening.
Are you disappointed?
I want what you want.
I bought you a present.
What's this in aid of?
Well, a simple thank you would suffice.
Nothing's for nothing. You just said so.
If we're going to keep seeing each other on a regular basis, I'd like to know how to get hold of you.
So I'm supposed to be at your beck and call, am I?
I wouldn't put it quite so crudely. The phone's for your benefit as well. If you ever need anything, day or night, all you have to do is call.
And you'll come running.
Not exactly. I'll show you. Terry, you're needed. Yes, now.
I'm not sure about this.
It's a mobile phone, not a proposal of marriage.
Good. Because whatever's going on between us, you do not have exclusive rights over me.
As long as you're here when I need you. That's all I expect.
You called, Master?
Jerry, Charity's ready for a lift home.
Already?
Oh. I'm sorry, but I'm a busy man. I can't be yours exclusively.
It's nice here, isn't it? Dead homely. I think, out of all the places I've ever lived, this is the one where I really feel like I belong. Don't you? And lying here, I feel like a proper married couple.
We are.
We don't always feel like it.
But if there was any way I could avoid going to Southampton, I would. I really do love you, you know.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, me too. I've been thinking.
Done a lot of that this evening.
The answer to our problem is staring us right in the face. Why don't Caleb move in with us?
Here?
Well, preferably. This is where we live. It's the perfect solution, Mandy. You'll be around all the time to give him as much care and attention as he needs, and Zach and the rest of the clan will be around and all.
But him and my uncle Zach don't really get on, which is one of the reasons he went to Southampton in the first place.
You're doing it again, Mandy. Every time I come up with an idea that'll make our lives better, you think of an objection to throw back at me. Sometimes I want to bother.
Paddy! Paddy! I don't want it to be like this.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
I know you are. Come and sit down. Be honest. You don't want my dad living here. You're always complaining that we don't get enough time to ourselves. Imagine what it'd be like if he was here 24 hours a day.
Well, all right, it's not the perfect solution, but it's better than you having to spend half your time down in Southampton, isn't it?
I know my dad, he wouldn't come.
I bet you could talk him round to it. At least say you'll think about it.
Will.
You just want to make us happy.
And I want the same.
I hope so.
I've made us some cocoa.
All I want out of you is the £10 you stole from my kitty.
I ain't got it.
Why not? You haven't got it because you've gambled it away, haven't you? Haven't you? And don't you dare try and spin me one of your lines.
You're right. I lost it on a horse. I'm really sorry, Pet.
Stealing from my little bit of savings. How could you do it?
I've been a stupid old fool. But I've learned my lesson. It'll never happen again. Or can't we just forget about it, go to bed?
You must think I'm a right soft touch. A few words of contrition and I'll laugh it off, eh? Well, not this time, laddie. You can fetch a blanket from the airing cupboard. Because you're not sleeping in my bed tonight.